Hello and welcome to Soso's Kids channel. Tonight, it's time for a cozy bedtime story. So snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's begin. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there was a little girl who lived in a big castle with tall, high walls that surrounded the entire place. She had everything she could possibly want. Lots of toys, a big bed, yummy food, and of course, her pet cat named Mittens. But despite having all these things, the girl wasn't happy. Every day she would sigh and say, "I'm so bored. There's nothing to do around here." One day while walking in her garden, she came across an old tree house. It looked very scary and made her wonder, who built this tree house? And why did they leave without taking it down? Gathering all her courage, the princess climbed up the rope ladder and went inside. As soon as she opened the door, she gasped. The room was full of colorful objects that sparkled in the sunlight streaming through the window. The princess couldn't believe her eyes. She had never seen anything like this before. And then she noticed a note on the wall that read, "Welcome to my treehouse. Leave behind your boredom and step into a world of endless fun." Below the note was a wooden box filled with various costumes and accessories. The princess tried on different outfits and accessories, and each one made her feel like a completely new person. She twirled around in a beautiful blue dress, pretending to be a graceful mermaid swimming through the ocean. Then she donned a pair of bunny ears and a pink tutu, hopping around like a cute little bunny rabbit. Finally, she put on a superhero cape and mask and struck a pose like a fearless crime fighter protecting the city from evil villains. After playing for hours in her new treehouse, the princess realized that she didn't feel bored at all anymore. She had so much fun exploring her imagination and trying out new things. From that day on, whenever she felt bored, she would run to the treehouse, put on one of her favorite outfits and accessories, and let her imagination run wild. She had so much fun being someone else for a while, and she never felt bored again. But as time went on, the princess grew older and started spending less and less time in her beloved treehouse. She got a new hobby and spent most of her time painting beautiful pictures. The treehouse remained empty for many years until one day when the princess was painting in her room, she heard a knock at the door. Startled, she quickly hid her paintbrush and turned around to see who was at the door. To her surprise, it was a little girl dressed in a similar blue dress that the princess used to wear when she played in the treehouse. "Hello, princess," said the little girl. "I am your new neighbor, and I heard you used to have so much fun in this old treehouse. Can I please play in there too?" The princess was taken aback by the little girl's request. She hadn't thought about her treehouse in years, but seeing the innocent joy on the little girl's face, she couldn't say no. "Of course you can play in my treehouse," she said with a smile. "It's just over that way. Have fun." As the princess watched the little girl skip towards the treehouse, she couldn't help but reminisce about her own childhood and all the fun she had in that special place. She remembered how it felt to be carefree and full of wonder, and she couldn't help but smile. From that day on, the little girl became a regular visitor to the princess's treehouse. They would spend hours playing dress up and pretending to be different characters from other worlds. The princess even found some old photos of herself in the treehouse and showed them to the little girl. "Wow, you used to look so cute in those outfits," said the little girl with admiration. The princess blushed at the compliment and felt a warm sense of nostalgia fill her heart. She was so glad that she had shared this magical place with the little girl and that it was bringing her just as much joy as it had brought her years ago. One day, the princess and the little girl were playing in the treehouse and they decided to put on a fashion show to show off their favorite outfits. The princess wore a beautiful white gown with a sparkly silver belt, and the little girl wore a pink dress with a matching headband. "You look so pretty," said the princess to the little girl. "Thank you," replied the little girl. "You look like a real-life princess." The princess smiled at the compliment and felt a sense of pride knowing that she had inspired the little girl to use her imagination and have fun. Just then, the princess noticed a group of other children outside the treehouse and an idea popped into her head. "Hey, little girl," she said excitedly. "Why don't we invite our friends over and have a big party in the treehouse?" The little girl's eyes lit up at the suggestion and she quickly ran to the door to invite their friends. Soon, the treehouse was filled with laughter and excitement as the children showed off their different outfits and accessories. The princess even put on her old superhero costume again and pretended to fight off imaginary villains with the other kids. As the party continued, the princess couldn't help but feel a sense of happiness and fulfillment. She had found a new purpose in sharing her treehouse with the other children and watching them have fun. It made her realize that the greatest joy comes not from having things, but from sharing experiences with others. That night, as the children left the treehouse and headed back to their homes, the princess stood at the door waving goodbye. She never forgot the importance of using her blessings to bring happiness to others and cherishing the moments that truly mattered. And that's the end of our story. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, give your feedback in the comments. And don't forget to set the notification bell so you will be notified whenever we post a new video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and see you next time.